Now, let's get to this topic. Let's talk about the
Alrighty.
new Japanese
Your
Prime
new
Minister.
girlfriend, does Nayab know about this? Your little fling on the side?
Or maybe I'm into polyamory.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? You're a mystery.
Yeah.
An enigma wrapped in mystery.
You
All right,
cannot
talk to
contain me. Okay,
Talk to me. What's going on?
I'm saying her name terribly. It's Sanae Takachi. She's a fan of Iron Maiden, had an improbable rise to power like her mentor Shinzo Abe.
Okay.
She is expected to lead Japan to the right.
He is the prime minister who was assassinated, I believe,
Yes.
if my memory serves me correctly.
Who was actually quite
Okay.
friendly with Trump.
Yep.
So this story has a lot, but the first thing we're going to do is go to our friends at the ABC and read the headline first thing. Read it out to me.
Because you don't want to say the name.
No. Oh, the new Prime Minister.
Sanae Takaichi becomes Japan's first female PM, but some say it is not a win for women.
That's what we call framing, friends.
Mm-hmm.
So why, it's a woman. Why is this, like a woman has ascended to Prime Minister
The
in
highest
Japan,
level of power in
but it's not a win
Yep.
for women.
in one of the world's most significant economies.
It took longer than expected, but Japan has finally appointed its first female prime minister. In the world of male-dominated politics, she has broken through an incredibly tough glass ceiling. Women make up just 16% of the lower house seats in parliament, known as the Diete, and Japan routinely ranks as one of the worst countries for gender equality. Oof, that's two there. That's two. That's two setups. But despite the historic rise, her moment as the first female PM has been overshadowed and left many questioning if it's a win for women. That's number 3. Most local media attention has focused on how she plans to tackle cost of living pressures with flat wages, inflation, and a weak yen all hurting households. Her shot at becoming prime minister was suddenly thrown into doubt, blah, 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 and that's their coalition.
Okay. So can I pause for a moment? Local Japanese media have focused on real problems.
Yes.
Right, the actual things that are hurting people, cost
Yes.
of living, housing, all the rest of it. But we here at the ABC
Care that she
a quarter
has
of the way
a
around
pussy.
the world, down in Australia, we're going to tell you the real story here.
I know I'm being crass, but that's apparently all we care about in Australia is
Yeah.
what genitalia she has.
Is whether or not Trump has anything to grab her by.
Yeah. I'm being crass deliberately. That's
Yeah.
my intention. Like that's how we reduce people in this country, particularly women we don't like.
Well-
if we don't like them,
And it's just amazing to see how they don't like strong, independent women.
they do
You know,
not.
we saw Peter Credlin emceeing the event with Dave Rubin. Now, there's a woman, strong, independent woman, successful in her own right, has stood on her own 2 feet, defended her ideas, and done all the things that feminists say they celebrate.
Yeah.
And yet they hate her guts.
Yeah.
Same with this. Feminists cannot handle real, actual, independent thinking.
Feminists
strong
can't
women.
handle women that think for themselves and make their own decisions.
Yeah.
And don't do what they're told to by their
Don't
ideology.
bend the knee.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
I want to read the
continue.
rest of this
Yes.
article. And then there is the question of what her ascension means for Japanese women. The staunch conservative has promoted traditional family structures in a society where women are still expected to do much of their housework and child rearing.
Not tradition in Japan.
Of all the places, how dare they have
I would
traditions?
never have thought that would come out of Japan.
Did you know that children are meant to come from the woman? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Sorry, we're going to have to take a step back. Can you tell me what is a woman?
I can't define that. I'm sorry. I'm not a biologist.
Okay, well, I'm confused. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. I imagine inferring that women are meant to have the children
Yeah,
because we haven't played God enough and artificially inserted embryos into a male anatomy.
I don't have a master's degree, so I'm going to have to let you.
Sorry, I don't have
this
one
one.
either. Ask me in April.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this article, like the ABC hates women, man, hates them. This feminist bullshit is just, this got me this morning. This really got me. Anyway, the staunch...
Spicy. Go.
She supports current laws that prohibit married couples from having different surnames with overwhelming pressures, which overwhelmingly pressures women to take a man's name. What is so bad about that?
Yeah.
What is so bad about merging a family and then becoming a new family?
Yeah, the two become one. Yes.
Do you know what's funny? Someone said, if you and G get married, will you take his name? I'm like, well, I already have a super difficult to pronounce surname that, people have just gotten their head around. His is even worse. You reckon
is it?
mine's
Okay.
bad?
Yeah.
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 His is Dutch.
So you should hyphenate then and just keep both.
Yeah, 100%. Just make it like.
and you'll be Dr. Word Salad.
Yeah, people will be like, Doctor. I should do that.
that'd be great.
There's like 50 syllables in it.
Yeah.
And she also opposes laws that allow a woman to become emperor. Well, yes, because an emperor is traditionally a man.
Yeah.
We have empresses.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Japan is steeped in tradition.
Yeah.
They value their tradition and they have preserved it so well. How is this any different to the Egyptians preserving the ancient Egyptians and the pharaohs and things like that? They care about their heritage.
They did have female pharaohs.
No, they did. No, I wasn't talking about sex. I'm just saying, like, their traditions are special to them and they care about them.
What's hilarious to me is essentially what they're saying here is cultural appropriation is wrong. You can't take somebody else's culture and wear their things or what have you. But if they don't conform their culture to our cultural norms, then they're evil.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll pick one. You can't have both. You can't say that cultural appropriation
The
taken
next
from
thing
someone
they'll
else's
say
culture
is
wrong.
no African American or no black persons become empress yet.
Yeah.
They need to bastardize everything because these people only know how to destroy, not build or maintain anything.
Let me say that a different way because I'm not sure I said that very well. They are literally saying she's evil because she hasn't appropriated our culture.
Yeah.
That's literally what
She's
they're
not
saying.
curtailing like thousands of years of traditional Japanese culture to the new progressive ideology that's been adopted by the West.
Yep.
So the West are saying that this ethno-nationalist country up until a few years ago is not adapting to our progressive ideology, therefore it's a bad thing. How dare someone in their world, elected by their people, preserve their traditional values in their country?
How dare she?
Yeah, this article, like I said, it just got me angry. This quote sent me, like, I am still in orbit. It's almost like she's popular despite her gender rather than because of it.
What? That's from political expert Tina Burnett.
I need a minute. I need a minute.
From Sophia University.
I need to say it again. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's almost like she's popular despite her gender rather than because of it.
How incredibly patronizing in the first place. How incredibly patronizing to imply that she should be popular because of her gender. Like the whole premise of that, as a criticism, the whole premise is that she should be popular because of her gender, not because of her competence.
She could be an absolute numpty, but if she's a woman, she deserves a prime ministership.
She should become.
But the fact that she's competent and intelligent,
despite her gender, I mean,
it's insufferable.
It's impossible. How could I possibly believe that voters and political people are looking past gender and actually caring about policy? That doesn't fit my worldview at all.
That comment, I'm not over it. I will not get over that comment. And there's another one in here. Sorry, I know we're spending a lot on this, but this article from the ABC just explains everything.
This is $1 billion a year at work here.
This is insane to me. The fact that they actually published this, it's almost as bad as the 1970s pedophile conversation, right? So I won't talk about all the boring stuff. She's a populist. And, she's been voted in, and the first thing on her agenda is mass deportations, particularly from radical Islamists. We'll get into that.
I would love to have a prime minister that would say that. Suck it up and work harder.
This is the bit I wanted to get to, right?
Yeah.
So as well as being Japan's first female prime minister, she has attracted international media attention for her idolization of former UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher.
Good.
Like Miss Thatcher, Miss Takayachi would not regard herself as a feminist.
Sure.
Thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
This quote, you ready? She sort of said, this is a direct quote from an expert. She sort of said, things like Japan's moral fibre depends on traditional family structure. Professor Barrett. She sort of said. So,
she sort of said things like. There's a double fudge there.
This is even better. So she said words from her mouth.
How dare she?
But I Professor, I know better than what she
That's right,
said.
that's right.
I'm going to tell you what she actually meant because I'm more intelligent because I'm a fucking professor.
Yeah.
Well, like a true masochist, you are back again to watch another segment of the Oddcast. So at this point, you should probably be subscribing and telling every single person in your life about the Oddcast because let's be honest, we've got a lot of work to do and we need to get together and suffer through this torture because there's nothing like fighting against our government with some good mates by your side. So much like a Bunnings sausage, we are going to become a staple in your life and we would very much appreciate that you go and support us via the buy us a coffee button or buy some sweet merch, also very appreciated. And join us next week. We'd appreciate it.